Hey everybody, and welcome back to Italia. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think of chat of the new intro? Just thought I would try something a little different. All those fancy tubers put little countdowns on there. Sounds like, well, what the hey, let's try this. Not sure if I still like it, but we'll do it anyway. At least for a little bit. We are in the middle of early summer. Trying to quickly get our way through. Do we have something to do? Field 41. Oh, it's way down there. So we are actually running at 60 times speed. That is 1 minute every second, 1 hour every minute, about 15 minutes to a game day. Still allows us to do things like feed our pigs, keep up with things, and if we're lucky, contract or so. Make our way over there to field 41, and I'm going to need to get some fuel. I'm going to get some fuel. We can't refuel the tractor. What are we going to do about it? And everybody seemed to love the little bot in Raz's stream, so I went ahead and figured out how to enable that. So all the little fun bot stuff has been turned on. Those of you with a blue wrench are lucky enough, you're going to find a new channel in the Discord with the various commands at your beckoning. Who can do what command and basically what they do. Yeah, I had to put the skinnies on when I was fertilizing my field earlier, and honestly I just left them on. So we're going to see, we're going to hope that we get some harvest contracts. You'll see our financial situation. We've got 53 grand in the bank. We're going to have 57,000 something after this particular contract. I have bought, as we did in the last stream, harvester. I bought the grain header, a header trailer, and off camera I've gone ahead and bought a corn header. So the only things we need now, we're probably going to lease. We need a potato digger, we need a potato picker upper, we need a carrot topper, and we need a carrot harvester. Those four things are going to be leased. We should have everything else we need. And a John Deere is on sale. Probably trying to make room for some case products because, well, they just need to get this thing out of there so they can bring in a proper corn header. $6,000. Measly 5% off. It's like, what is that, like an Apple sale? So I might as well tell you how we're going to do this refueling problem. We can't actually refuel the tractor. I know from testing, this tractor is about $254 to refuel. Just took $254 away. And now we're going to go in here and magically select the tractor. Go back into easy dev, and we're going to fill it with diesel. There we go. We've refueled our tractor. Since for whatever reason we can't refuel this tractor on this map, that's how I'm going to do it. So how has everybody been? It's been a few days since we streamed. One day I was basically working up the new intros and everything. The other day I was trying to get this save moved along a little bit further. Didn't get it quite as far as I wanted to, but I thought, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get the stream fired up tonight. A lot of these fields fertilized, so hopefully we get some fertilizing contracts. But I know that I'm sure I could probably repair it. I know that someone else had commented on one of my live streams that they had gotten all the way through the first year and didn't get any harvest contracts on the map. And that concerns me a little bit. But right now, a lot of stuff is in final growth state. So when we move to Midsummer, this should flash to ready to harvest. So hopefully we'll grab some harvest contracts. We've got our harvester ready to rock and roll there. We can get extra money from the grain we collect. Our porky pigs are going to take 39,000 liters of food over the next year. And we have stored up, wait, I don't think it tells us. Yes, it does. We've got stored up 13,000 liters. So we need about 20-some thousand liters, 26,000 liters of pig food. Not too terrible bad. We'll hopefully be able to satisfy that with the corn harvest. Oh, you're talking about the header you can't repair. Right. A miracle they let you grease it. Heaven forbid you repair it, and then you actually need a warranty part. If they'll even sell you parts. Probably won't. They'll probably be like, no. Not sure why you're trying to buy that part. It's only available at the dealership. I mean, there was a video about a guy who had or would have had a big John Deere harvester, and he was talking about John Deere expecting you to load it up on a flatbed, drive it a couple hundred miles to the closest dealership, pay thousands of dollars to transport it 2 directions to get some service work done on it. Meanwhile, you're out of your harvester for who knows how many days, weeks. You know, I'm sure the crop and the weather will be like, oh, I get it. Yeah, I understand. The harvester's down. It's in the shop for repair. I'll just hold off on winter for a while. So what, you combat that by having multiples? Oh, she's getting dark. Now, I don't know if this is a little bug with this map or if this is just a bug in general. Watch, we're going to accept this contract. Now we're going to just pull up out of here, out of the field. And we're going to back up here. Yes, yes. So, oops. Jump in the compost. So, I updated the map, and the sleep triggers don't come up. Don't really know how to bring them into the map. So, I just stuck a welcome back down here with the pigs. I just sleep with the pigs. Raznik, what's up? Carter, how you doing? Ravenhawk, GoldenEye. I didn't really say hey to everybody at the start of the stream. I was so worked up with the new intro. Go. Pop the porky pigs up with water. Let's go ahead and check. Still active. Go ahead and feed our pigs. Hey, Henry, what is up? Welcome to the stream. We are burning through summer. Got just 2 more days until we move into midsummer. And at that point, crop should go into harvest. We have finally gotten 50 degrees. We didn't have 50 degrees when we moved into early summer. So, finally at 50. Hopefully we will see our corn germinate when we move into midsummer. We might be really up the creek. Still haven't figured out how to drop this silo trigger. Hey Brock, what's up? Oh, my day was pretty good. Today was a work at home day. So, the day started with me basically getting up around 7:30. And then getting the kid ready for school. My work at home day is also his go to school day. So, got him off to school. And then came back, stuff working, work, dinner ready, and then thought, what the hey, let's get out here and start some streams. So I have seen contracts. I've hit activate, and then a little bit of time passes, and then they go complete. And I didn't do a darn bit of work. Field 29. Oh, great. It's right here. So I was hoping that would happen here. Hey, Doughboy, what is up? And Raz, we got another surprise for you. Don't know if you saw the Discord message, but we've got something going on here. That should work. You were having so much fun with it, I thought I would activate it for you. What is this crop? Oh, that's like withered looking corn. Like, what is this crop? But it's a little custom corn crop look. Darn right I won. That's right. I'm gonna get you back. Uh-oh. Let's go on after him. So if you're a moderator, you should see a new channel over in the Discord. It has all the commands and what they do. Sadly, I didn't think to separate them up into categories until after I put most of them in. Story of my life. Oh. Doughboy whimpers home. Where are we? Oh, up there. Came into the field up there, but yeah, look at that corn. It really looks withered. Small and withered. Yeah, the bot picks favorites. You don't actually get to wield weapons or anything. Ghastly Capo, what is up? Welcome to the stream. New episode tomorrow. Watched your episode today. Saw the bit at the end. Poor FK. Can't catch a stream if he tries. RNG might not be on your side, but you know what? Red versus green was on red's side the entire time. But I would say check out Streamlabs. Have you listened to any of the Streamlabs stuff? I mean, yeah, it's not legit. It's not legit, you know, hear the music on a radio music. Not bad. For being infringement free. $28. Nice. Right across the street. Harmon, what is up? Welcome to the stream. So those of you playing on Susquehanna River Valley, you will find out right now that if you go over to Nexus Mods, there is now a precision farming edit that includes support for compost and anhydrous. If you wish to add that to your gameplay, then you can add that particular edit and then be able to get nitrogen and other such benefits from anhydrous and compost. Cameron, this is single player, and by the time you would get the mods downloaded and all of the other fun jazz, we'd probably be over the stream. Timmy, what's up? Well, it depends if you have a graphics card that can push 4K at a decent frame rate. I personally don't have a 4K monitor, so I can't really speak to its visual qualities as far as making Farm Sim look better or not. I play on a 1440p monitor, which is in essence 2K. I think it looks better than 1080p. But would 4K look that much better? I don't know. But, you know, if you can't push, if you don't have a decent graphics card to push 4K resolution, then getting a 4K monitor running at 1080p is a waste of money. Because it doesn't make the 1080 pixels any smaller. Lime is just pH. So anhydrous is going to boost nitrogen, and compost is probably going to boost nitrogen too. I don't know if you can have it do both. Well, honestly, Timmy, it's not hard to hit 60 frames on what map? At what resolution and at what graphics settings? So that would be interesting. I don't know if you can set compost up or some other fill type to do both pH and nitrogen enhancement. And if you could, I don't even know if compost could or would legitimately change the pH value of the soil. So 2060, that would definitely push 1440. I wouldn't really call 2060 a 4K card. Call 2060 more of a 1440 card. I mean, it could possibly work. I've got a 2060 on my laptop, but its screen is 1080. And it runs Farm Sim, it runs SnowRunner, nice and smooth. Oh, I need to run back to the farm. Fill up on compost. We'll go ahead and jump to Tamare. Maybe we'll do some maintenance on the tractor tomorrow while we're at it. Now I've got a 1070 Ti in my office system that I use here at the house, which technically was my old gaming system about a year and a half ago. And it pushes 60 frames on most maps at 1080p. And then this machine is, like I said, I'm running 1440p. That's what we're streaming out at. And that system is a 2080 Super. What's your display resolution? Shoot. Gotta double back. I missed my turn. Oh, no, it's missing. VI Planet, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Also, is your current monitor 60 hertz or something greater? What other games do you play? Let's just not make our sole decision based on Farm Sim. All right, there we go. Last day of early summer. So ETS, ATS, what kind of frames do you get in them? And are you running 1080 now? So ATS is going to be more of a demand on your system than Farm Sim. Your monitor's a CRT, Chris? Alright, so what's your resolution? You're running, and do you know what your monitor refresh rate is? I think you would get a lot better. I mean, if you're running a 1080p monitor, that's 60 hertz. That means 60 frames per second is basically the most it can display. You probably are going to find you're going to get a lot better enjoyment out of a 1440p monitor, where in games like ATS, you could push higher frames So if you get, let's say, a 1440p monitor that has a 144 hertz refresh rate, then you could push up to 144 frames and you would have really, really smooth panning like this. It would look super smooth. There wouldn't be any jaggedies. There wouldn't be any, jarring, frame cutting. I think if you went to a 4K 60 hertz, you'd be pushing a lot more pixels, and you may or may not be able to still get 60 frames, because now you're pushing a whole lot more than 4 times as many pixels. This is pig food in my wheelbarrow. Because we only have 40 pigs, and we're doing 24-day seasons, so we don't really need to feed them too terribly much. They're topped off. Oh, cleanliness, let's go back and clean up the area. Dumping the pig food in the food trough. I'll show you when I get underneath. So 240 hertz, that's good. Although, I don't know if it's 4K 240 hertz, I don't know what you're really going to be able to push. Because I wouldn't really think that a 2060 is really a 4K monitor or 4K card. I think it's more along the lines of a 1440 card or a very high frame rate 1080p card. Like, let's do, there we go. For whatever reason, I'm only pushing 56 frames at the moment. 60. But unlock frame counter, because Farm Sim locks your frames at 60. So right above here, alright, so over there is where we're dumping, and then it comes down here and basically dispenses the food in these troughs. But you can see there's something wonky with the Giants engine in general. I mean, I'm getting frames in the 60s, but the CPU is only pushing 40%. So, for whatever reason, the Giants engine doesn't let these modern graphics cards really stretch their legs. Unlike a game like ATS, if you put a frame counter up there like that, and that's just MSI Afterburner with the Rev Tuner statistics, you could see your frame count and your GPU usage. And then have a good idea what's going on from there. Where are we going? Field 28. We're just there. Oh, we're still doing that contract. Got sidetracked. Yeah, we're playing two pretty graphic demanding maps at the moment. This one in Susquehanna. But we also are running with ultra settings, everything turned to as high as it can go. View distances maxed out. Yeah. It is, I think, I don't know. I mean, it's great they made their own engine, and I would suspect that what they are doing, hey, Farmer Josh, I expect what they are doing with the engine is such that an off-the-shelf engine really wouldn't work. And as such, just shifting to Unreal Engine or any of the other number of game engines out there wouldn't work so well. I'm using OBS, the standard OBS, not Slob's OBS, but the standard OBS, version 26.1.1. Well, I will approve your messages. So, I can't believe there's still a thread in the Giants forum. It's been out there for a few weeks. I can't fathom it's still active. Where somebody messaged, somebody had put in a thread, started a topic, basically where they were asking, basically it was attempting to compare Farm Sim and Grand Theft Auto 5. And I think it was something like his graphics run great on GTA, but he doesn't get good performance on Farm Sim, and he doesn't understand because blah, blah, blah. And it was like, are you serious? We're trying to compare completely different games. And lots of people commented on that. And they said, you can't compare the two in any stretch because they are nowhere nearly the same. GTA, you're in a static, predefined, pre-rendered, pre-optimized world. The world never changes. The world is how it is, and that's how it is. There's AI moving around, there's AI vehicles moving around, but the buildings are there, grass is there, the roads are there, it's all static. Farm Sim. Nothing is static for the most part. I mean, if I wanted to, I could tear up this road, but I could completely convert that field to something that it wasn't a field. The majority of Farm Sim maps change constantly. Crops grow, crops get harvested, crops get replanted, different crops get planted in different fields. You can merge fields, you can divide fields, you can completely get rid of fields. You can put down a whole new town if you want. You can change the land, you can put a giant hole in it, you could put a giant mountain in the map. Completely flatten everything you wanted. So it's the same with ATS. ATS makes beautiful maps, beautiful worlds, but you can only go down certain roads, and therefore they only have to render and make scenery for as far as you can see with the limited amount of camera that they let you zoom out on, or what you can see from inside the cab. And the scenery never changes. So it's pre-rendered, pre-optimized. So you have games like, or let's talk about cat-owned crops. So I don't play cat-owned crops, but I do know a decent amount about cat-owned crops. Cat-owned crops has one map. The fields are static. You can't make the fields bigger. You can't make a new field. The map is exactly how it's laid out, with defined fields that change what's in them, but the map never changes. It's just there. You can't do anything with it. You can't put down more animal areas. You can't delete the animal areas that are there and put more somewhere else. You can't take two fields that are small and are divided by a little bit of grass and put them together. So all that is partially powered by Giants' custom engine. But it is a little frustrating that I can get, for the most part, nearly the same performance out of my 1070 Ti as I get out of my 2080 Super as someone would probably get out of a 3090. The difference in performance between a 1080 or a 1070 and a 3090 in Farm Sim is probably 10-15%, because GPU just sits idle. The engine doesn't pull it. You might get 30 frames and your GPU is only pulling 40%. Whereas I run into SnowRunner and the GPU's in the 90s and I'm pushing 90, 70, 100 frames constantly. Well, Timmy, it might have been better with the frame count, but it had static lighting, didn't have a true light source, basically had pre-rendered shadows, I think. You didn't have dynamic ground, couldn't raise and lower the ground. Two gigs of RAM. Holy cow. I never bothered BI Planet with getting slobs. I didn't really see much need for it, since I already had OBS set up and running the way I wanted it. It's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't break it. What? Where did all your points go? What? What? Working in the tech field, I can tell you how many times I've broken something that wasn't broken just because I thought, well, let's just go ahead and update it. There's nothing really driving the update. It was just, well, yeah, let's just go ahead and update this, and boom, it's broke. Oh. That's a funny one there, yeah. That would be a possibility. Let's get out of this field once we complete this contract and see if, whoops, turn that down. We were doing a contract on this map last night. You need to get nearly every little bit done before it gives it to you. There we go. Oh, my pigs are little sleepies. You can still get 8 hours of sleep. Oh, I'm glad you're waking up. Little piggly wiggly. What? Oh, where are you going? We have our wheelbarrow up there. Darren, what is up? Welcome to the stream, Lost Stream. Trying to be Italian. Yep, sleep triggers in the pig area because I couldn't, even with Place Anywhere, it wouldn't let me put it down there. It wouldn't let me put it anywhere where they had this, basically, this 3D model. All right, later, Timmy. Oh, I think crops are updating across the map. Yep, my potatoes are definitely bloomed out, so crops have updated. Oh, they aren't. Okay, we do have a few fields ready to harvest. Oh, nope. And bumper back up. Can't do much more than this. 16. Here's your sign. That kind of sign. Or the kind of sign that Darren likes. With the singer from, what was it? What was the I Saw Your Sign song? I should add a bunch of quotes, which are just John Deere jokes. I need to try to remember to do that tomorrow when I'm not working in the office. Indeed, in the base of ACE. I will be scrimming for about another hour. What do y'all think of that? Should we go and add a bunch of quotes that are John Deere jokes? I don't know, but that sounds like a horrible mix. And then it was a horrible mix. Oh yay, we have emergence over there. I have emergence in my cornfield. I can see it. The distant crop textures on this map are really nice. It's always good to be an equal opportunity offenser. I try not to be offensive to any one group. I try to be equally offensive to all groups. So does anybody know of anything exciting in the mod pipeline? I have not looked at the mod testing thread for a little while. So we got some weights today. How about that? Some weights, a bucket pack. Stuff got updated. Yeah, I haven't seen too much. It tickled my fancy. I almost did a noteworthy on that destructible placeable house. Man, that was a lot of work. Cool concept. Almost did a video on it. But changed my mind not to. I think that was the same day a pair of maps came out, and then I was like, not really into adding more workload. But the idea was cool. Basically, you take the chainsaw to the house, and you can cut up the 2x4s inside, and you can cut the wooden siding on the outside into chunks. And then you haul those off in a truck, and in theory, you sell them like they're logs, and you get money for that. And then you come in with your stump grinder, because there isn't anything better, and the foundation. Concrete foundation is basically set up as stumps, and you grind away blocks upon block of concrete to clear the building. It seems like an awful lot of work to get rid of a house. So you would clearly only put it in if you really intended to go through all that effort of getting rid of it. And I would assume that if you sold it, you would get more than $5,000 that you put into it. Because if you didn't, you put a whole lot of effort into tearing it down, and you still lost money. Alrighty. Take that. $69,000. Steadily ticking up the bank account. I was going to put my harvester in here. I was going to store the harvester here, but I couldn't open the gate. Can't open the gate unless you own it. And I didn't really feel like buying it for 45 grand just to store my harvester there. But I mean, that could be a really cheap place to start from scratch gameplay on the map. All right, we've got 20 hours on this tractor. Go ahead and do some maintenance. trailers. Here you can see the back side of that dump point. Pigs. Oh, you little AI buggers. You went and harvested all those fields overnight by yourself. I don't have I don't have front loaders. I can't really do a well, I could pick them up. We could pick them up and see. Do that. Let's do that. Oh! I was going to come up with some grand story, but I didn't have enough time. It was going to be a story, an adventure. It's going to be an adventure to find a lost John Deere. And bring him back to his mama and pappy. Maybe I'll get some grand inspiration tomorrow. Yeah, one of those days where you just have this idea pop in your head. Usually it's when you're doing something completely different. You know, the best place where you come up with ideas is usually in the shower, because it's where you're not really thinking about anything. What to do, what to do. Oh, boy, you could go streaming in 45 minutes. Ah, Scooter's grand throne of thought. All right, let's take this contract. See what's involved. Oh, I did find something out. Don't empty your seeder or your fertilizer here on this, because well, your pallets are stuck. They're like halfway between on top and under the bricks. Can't pick them up. Well, you can stream in 45 minutes. And then you could just hand people off to you. And you get a little viewer base there at the start of the stream. And then I want to continue to watch Farm Sim. That's how all them British people gets all their viewers. They all go cahoots with each other and say, all right, you're really popular, so you start streaming at noon. And then I'll come in at 2. And then this other guy who's not very popular at all, he'll come in at 4, and then we'll just keep passing the buck, and therefore you've got this guy that really doesn't know what the heck he's doing, and probably shouldn't be streaming at all, but he's getting 300 viewers because people just flow from one guy to the next to the next. That's what they do. Where are we picking this up at? From the village sawmill. Village sawmill. At the village sawmill. The village sawmill. I don't even know where the village sawmill is. Sarah, Italia. Oh, there. There. Those dots were not there earlier. Those dots were not there earlier. Really curious if we've got custom cargoes for these contracts or not. Oh, you got a lull. Watch out. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Wrong way Wednesday. Oh! Too old to be staying up this late, are you? Why do you think I started at 9 or 8? Started 9, now started 8. $3:21. What? Do you have something even nastier going on? Did you maybe turn on like OneDrive or Google Drive that's syncing your documents folder? Oh my gosh. That's some serious. Now it's there. Put them on the train. Hey, you need to get that farm sim backup save application. Of course, you got to remember to click the backup button. But it zips up your save and puts it wherever you want. But then you probably might not be the best idea to have your save game backups being constantly uploaded to cloud storage provider. This seems like it might be a great way to get corruption. Now what I do is I use that FarmSim backup program, and when I back it up, it zips up the save and then sticks it in a folder that is backed up with a cloud drive. And then, yeah, that's uploaded. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, Pedro. That thing started happening. There. Steer, what? Steer, what? Steer Har? That is just not a name I can put my head around. Welcome to the stream. Man, it's awful early back there in Germany. Lewis, how you doing? Where do these go? Right here? No, there it is. There's the marker. Yeah, that would be very annoying to have your saves just revert on you. Good to hear that you're doing good, Lewis. Good to here. That's calling me too, but that's a lot earlier in the night than yours. Thanks for dropping by and saying hey. Right. Back down here. Oh, you almost went to bed on my welcome mat. Almost. Oh, they're awake. It's a midsummer night's dream. This does mean is when we get to late summer, we should be able to harvest. 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 Harvest our wheat in late summer. We can harvest our... Oh, we can't harvest our carrots. So early autumn. Our taters. Oh, we can't harvest our potatoes until early autumn too. We can harvest our wheat. Nice. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with the straw. Scooter's workbench is dueling like, what was that movie? The Bride movie? Oh, what was that movie? Had Andre the Giant in it, didn't it? Princess Bride, that's it. Scooter's workbench wants to duel like that guy on the Princess Bride. Luis Hernandez killed his father. Nathan, there would be in the updated version if I didn't already have an existing save and the sleep triggers are gone. So there's a sleep trigger at all the farms on the latest version, but if you just drop the map in on an existing save, magically the sleep trigger that used to be up in town is gone, and the sleep triggers that are scattered around the farms aren't there either. I had to put my own in because I really didn't have time to mess around with figuring out where the sleep triggers were at and bringing them into the save. Oh, we need to put this back down here. We need pork pigs. Get a wheelbarrow. Lewis, all you gotta do is hit exclamation point accept. Just type exclamation point accept. Oh no! Can't sneak through here. Chuck our wheelbarrow. It's okay, Nathan. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, now it's raining. Watch it rain all late summer. Me from harvesting again. Shoot. Go. Oh, Golden Eyes, you tell him, hey, I'm busy. Call you back later. Well, I'm glad the new and noteworthy video was that impactful. I mean, the only other choice for me would be to what? Fill a little small trailer, and it would still be full so much. Just back up, tap it, dump a little bit in there, and go on to the day. Lets me do something. The silo trigger only came down the ground, and I wouldn't have to chuck it up on the trailer. Terraforming, welcome to chat. How's it go today? A little dolly with the service stuff. So we decided we're not doing field work. It's raining. Our day is done. Quick as it started, it ends. Oh, look at that. The Seed Hawk. Oh, we got a sale, people, on case equipment. 5% off. 5% off. 15% off on the Seed Hawk. Let's go over to the shop. I doubt he hasn't incorporated it, but let's go see. What? Oh, we're gonna borrow items. Yeah, buddy. Slow the clock down, Chuck. Got work to do. Nope. No store sale banners here. Give me my beefy Voltra. Boys, we got works to do. Ice cream, you scream, you all scream for ice cream. What flavor is it? What flavors is it? What field is this? 48. Where's 48? 48 people, where is it? That's 44. No? 48. We appreciate. $48. Oh my God, it's right there. Holy cow. There's the big boy field. Only big boys take contracts on that. Oh, I remember when I first had that flavor. I don't know if it was like brand new or if it's been out for, well, at this point in time, it's been out for decades, because when I first had it, it was decades ago. God, we're old. At any rate, way back when you had glass bottle returns at grocery stores. Remember that? Take your Coca-Cola glass bottles and you return them for a credit at the grocery store. They renovated the grocery store, and it was fancy. It had bleepers. You know, when you scanned it, when you scanned an item and it went beep, because the cashier person didn't have to actually read the sticker, price sticker, and type in the actual amount. Remember that? Well, they renovated this grocery store, and they had that awesome new functionality of bleeping. And they had all these demos of new product. And cookies and cream ice cream was a glorious invention. First tasted it probably, could be going on 40 years ago. Well, it's on Susquehanna River Valley. I don't need a guess on that. Beside that, I don't know. If it's Return of the Wilder Brothers just in New York. Oh, shoot. This thing doesn't have GPS. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. Imagine when that's the Pro. That's all done. That'd be amazing. I know there's people that are waiting to play this map until there is the Pro version. They're kind of saving themselves. Ryan, welcome to the channel. If it's not River Valley, I don't know what map it might be. So yeah, the Pro version of this map. So if you look in the description, there's a link to the map author's website where he basically shows you that this is the current version. The Pro version will be extended over to here. Pro version was going to include grapes. It's going to include one additional farm and a couple other kind of user structures. And it's going to include 12 more fields. So the Pro version is just kind of the enhanced version. Indeed. Well, terraforming, we're not using 1 ounce of Maize Plus, other than the fact that we're growing carrots. Oh, nice. Doesn't really stand up when you get super close to it. Nice. So the light, or the demo version, which last I looked was still in testing with Giants, demo version is going to be on the Mod Hub, or supposed to be on the Mod Hub, and it will not have Maize Plus, because it will basically be a console version. There are different food requirements, yes. So like here, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So pigs, I could feed them corn, whatever fresh maize is, grass, clover, or clover silage, whatever. Corn, wheat, barley. Okay, I'm feeding them pig food. Haha! I got around all this junk. I'm just feeding them pig food because I put the pig food mill in. I give it corn, and it gives me pig food. So I'm feeding my pigs pig food. It satisfies all the food requirements, and I don't have to deal with all that extra stuff. Now, I don't have cows to show you, but you kind of get around it with cows too. Or you just go full on arable and not worry about animals. So I am seeking interest. If there is anyone interested in a multiplayer gameplay on new lands. That's the map that came out earlier this week that's kind of No Man's Land-esque with the pre-built road network, pre-built sell points, but no farms. Basically looking to see if we can dig up half dozen players that would be interested in a multiplayer play on that. It would obviously be terms and conditions of play. I can imagine like Raz's No Man's Land server. You wouldn't be able to buy land unless it was adjacent to your farm. You would have a modest amount of starting money to build your farm, buy your equipment, carve up your land, and get to harvesting, or get to farming. Hey, Z Gaming, what's up? So, if you're interested in that and you're in the Discord, keep an eye out. If you're interested in it and you're not in the Discord, somebody will put a link up. Maybe I need to go in and figure out how to do with a bot and do like on Discord and it spew out an invite. Well, there really aren't that many trees on that map anyway, terraforming. You're not going to make a whole ton of money. And you kind of need... Trees are there, but they're pretty spread out. You're going to want to cut trees down if you're going to make a field. So it would be a series. I'm not going to be directly involved in it. I'm just basically facilitating the server. I've pitched the idea. If we get people who want to run with it, then congratulations. Hope you have a great time with it. I come up with far more ideas than I have time to actually execute them. This contract is going to pay me out a fortune. 27 grand. Bale, wrap it, take it to the silage bales. Big field, so I get the bale trailer. Plus I get to keep the extra. Wallace, welcome to the stream. Welcome all the new friends. Got so many new friends. Hey, Miss Who Pal, what's up? Where's Jimmy? He'd cut this tree down. So let's just cut this grass over here. Section done and be done with it. Guess I could do that reverse drive thing if I wanted to. Never think about it with these things. What's the big advantage of a reverse drive? Press the Control B. I got it. Other than now I'm completely backwards. Forward is backward, backward is forward. There we go. Not any greater visibility. Richard, what's up? What days? Well, I don't know when we're going to start. Still in the early development process. And once the server starts, it's running 24/7. So it would run 24/7, have fast night on it. It's up to the people that are playing if they are going to want seasons or not. Hey Kev, what's up? Once we figure out who's all interested, gotta make a section on the Discord. Get everybody in it. Then you all figure out what mods you want. Terms of play. Nominate a server boss that'll be responsible for uploading all the server mods and all that fun jazz. And then you'll just go to town. And Discord will just basically be your place of contact for the server. You'd have a text channel, a chat channel, and the Proud server will be paid for by players like you that have clicked my server affiliate link, and basically I've amassed a small fortune of a credit that pays for all of the servers that run on the server on the Discord. Oh, I've had kidney stones, buddy. I know that. I haven't passed a stone that I know about. I think I passed stones that I never felt, but I haven't had the excruciating experience of passing. The two big ones that I definitely have had, I had a blasting procedure where they came in with ultrasound and shattered them into much smaller stones. The first one, I was at work, and next thing you know, I was really hot, sweaty, I was feeling sick. I was like, oh man, I gotta go home. Got home, I felt like junk. And eventually I discovered, some duration of time, that I had one basically stuck in the like in the lower kidney, or basically in the plumbing towards the kidney. It was stuck and was probably not going to move any at all. One of those things where the guy only did his outpatient operation like once a week, and I could get scheduled for, let's say Thursday was the day he did it. Let's say it was Tuesday. So I could get scheduled, but I couldn't have taken Tylenol 48 hours before the thing. Or maybe it was a week before the thing. Because something about if you take Tylenol and then they do that procedure, your kidney could start bleeding internally or something. So I told him, like, yeah, I've taken Tylenol because the pain is excruciating. They're like, oh, well, we got to put that off another whole week. It's like, oh, wait, what? Another whole week. So that was the first one. The second one was like 5 years later. I kind of self-diagnosed that one. It was like, you know when you have gas cramps? And you just get that sharp pain? Like, oh man, it hurts. But really it's just gas, right? Well, I was getting something like that, but it wasn't gas. And I was like, I think me's got me another stone. So I went to the doctor and I said, I believe I've got me another stone. Yeah, an x-ray, and indeed I did self-diagnose that one. I had that one blasted. That one wasn't too bad. A little baby steering wheel, it's like I'm riding a lawnmower. Boy! You're playing this map? Are you kidding me? You've got to be joking. Speaking of joking, we got choking dog. Like a corn dog without the stick. Yeah, you're standing at the urinal and you hear this ting as you're doing your business. Here's your sign. Roy, what are you doing? Where are you farming at on the map? You farm up here on the big farm up on the hill? Oh, it's over there. That big farm over there on the hill? I'm down at the pig farm, just below the hill. So you're well versed in Maize Plus anyway, so. I'm surprised you didn't talk the guys into doing a multiplayer on it. You know, a little multiplayer, support 3 little farms. really, you need to get this. Here, let me get a link. Seriously, download this. Every single person watching this stream should go there and download this. What is this? Give me a flipping minute, would you? All right, this is what this is. Can't make it bigger. It is the size it is. So what you need to do is basically it inventories all your save games. And we are in save game. I don't know what slot we're in. Oh, we're in save slot 13. I want to back it up. Boom. It's zipping it up. And there we go. Now it's backed up. Green is backed up. If I want to restore it, I don't want to restore it, but if I want to restore it, here it is, time stamped. I just hit restore. Boom, it moves it back over. So you go in here and you basically configure it to the game version you have, and more importantly, where you want to store the backups. It's all manual. It'll save you. So it's a little handy tool written by Curbo. I did do a video on that, Freddy. Did indeed. What are we stuffing? Stuffing a branch. Jimmy! Cut this tree down. Oh, you made it back from your adventure. I need to come up with funny stories about John Deere tractors. Like, if it's a success, then you were able to get your harvester repaired without John Deere knowing about it, and therefore you weren't sued. But if you lose, then you were a failure, and John Deere discovered that you basically tried to fix it on your own, and they sued you and basically took you for all your work. So it's not automatic. It doesn't back up your game every time you play, but it does give you a quick way to click of a button, zips up your save, shoves it off to a different folder. That folder can be a secondary PC drive. Shove it over to a folder that's cloud synced. And it keeps multiple versions of your backup. Keep, like, you know, all your backups you've ever done of a particular save, or the last 10 or something. Save you from mod corrupting your save game for sure. Oh, like you lose all your crop because the DEA came in and found pot growing in your field and they just burned your whole field down. Sorry, you lose. Terraforming, I think you have to like put a quote after that. Like add quote space case for life or something. I'm not doing any of that fancy stuff, Roy. All right, well, we got that all mowed. Whoa! There we go. Look, and I was just going to go in and add a custom command. Terraforming is earning every bit of his pay. Okay, so this tractor does not turn like a rally car. Handbrake turn. Another handbrake turn. All right, Roy. Check you later. We are just about done anyway. We will be back on Italia another day. Susquehanna River Valley is kind of on hold for a little bit. It is day 15 at this point. Should be about day 15 of mid-spring. Still waiting for Blackbird Ag Services to bring me my cows and sheeps. But other than that, it's just waiting until late spring or early summer to have grass to cut and try to make some hay off of. We have until day 18 of spring until we will have silage that is fully cooked in the bunker. So yeah, we'll probably be back on this map tomorrow on Italia, giving out this grand baling contract and collecting hopefully nearly $30,000. Terraforming, don't worry about it. I think I can edit quotes. Raz will have a surprise later. Alright guys, so that is going to do us. Look for us to come back tomorrow at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right, new start time. 10 minutes before the top of the hour. And until next time, happy farming.